Hello, this is David, and welcome to Equity Story. I think, as you can see, the ASX has been really pretty weak today. Actually, down 0.71%. Hasn't helped pretty weak sentiment towards some of the resource stocks, and we had 12 stocks that went ex-dividend today, and one of ours that we're trending at the moment, FXL, is one of those, and in fact actually held up pretty well. So I think that's obviously pretty bullish for FXL. So if you are trending that stock at the moment, don't forget you are picking up a really nice fully franked dividend in it at the moment as well. You know what? I think what I'd like to do tonight is just have a look at some of the 3-year growth stories, because for me it's quite interesting today. We've had a pretty tough day. The market has been a little bit negative. However, if you look at the 3-year growth stories, I think again they're doing particularly well. And again, some of our favorites. GTK again up, slightly, but what a fantastic looking chart. I don't think you can get a more bullish sort of short-term chart than GTK. It's got a lovely little buy signal sitting on it, and sort of looking a little bit sort of tight in the range, most probably a little bit sort of reflecting of the general market, but holding up really well. So for me it looks absolutely stunning. PWH again. Really difficult day. Another 3-year growth story, hitting record highs today, and ended up 4.1%. And again, I pointed this stock out a few days ago, saying it's starting to look good, and if it can end the week above, I think I said 317 or 320, it'll look bullish for next week. Well, guess what? It's at 330. It looks even better. So I really do like the price action, the way it's trading, and again. What's I think interesting about PWH is a lot of these shares like Bapcor or BAP. A lot of these shares are involved with automobile parts have basically been trading really well on the ASX over the last sort of 2-3 years. So hopefully PWH will join that trend and be a really great performer for Equity Story. Again, the infamous Appen, again, what a great looking trend, and if you look at that short-term trend, it looks absolutely stunning. So again, seeing another 3-year growth story, fighting against the market up 2.38%. I think it looks absolutely stunning. And again, BWX looking much better, sort of up about sort of where we are, about 2.1%. So you see a little bit better off the long-term chart, holding that sort of long-term trend lines, which you would expect with a good story, and hopefully it'll be working its way up from here. Just another company up 5% on a really weak day is OTW. Again, it's sort of very lightly traded, this stock, but again, what a superb looking trend. And because it is lightly traded, I think if you can get some good news out, this stock is only going to move up faster and harder. But saying that, one of the stocks that sort of did go against us today was Blackmores. And however, but I think this looks for me. I was talking tonight with I think one of the best traders we've got on Equity Story. He's a very clever guy, and we're talking about Blackmores, and yes, I think it's fantastic value around this sort of level, but the way it's sort of trading, it could go possibly further down. So definitely for me, it's an accumulate around here, 117. If it goes lower, I'd accumulate more. I think this, I certainly don't believe there are quite a few analysts going around at the moment, sort of a few warning signs about China. Saying there's a lot of regulatory issues and this could affect. Yes, but I've been in business all my life, and you're always going to get issues. But what's not going to change is the basic story that Blackmores have a great product, and they have a huge marketplace in Asia where they're going to be selling their product to. So whether they're selling it through one system or another, the growth story doesn't change. And on a P of 20, giving a dividend of about 3.5%. Potentially could grow over 30-40% this year. For me, Blackmores is a buy at 117. It's a buy at 100, and if it gets low, it's obviously it's even a bigger buy. But it's certainly I think opportunity knocks here at the moment on this stock, and hopefully over the next few weeks you'll see it trending back up. I'd just like to say as well, A2 Milk, it's one of these other companies I feel just as passionate about. I think they're moving into obviously America fairly soon, and again for me the chart looks very very bullish. Just before we go tonight, I'd just like to talk a little bit about gold. Northern Star and Evolution are really set up for a buy, and buy the trend. I mean, they look great, right? There's no question about it. I just haven't gone there because I want to see the gold price do a little bit more, and there is a danger possibly that the gold price could, if it doesn't can't really break through nice, I think that 1350, it could sort of trend back down, and these sort of stocks will move with the gold price, so we've got to be careful when we trend them and when we get into the trade. But certainly they're set up, they're ready to go, and I think any day now we could look to possibly enter these trends. Anyway, that's all I've got to talk about tonight. Oh no, one thing before I go. I've sort of been bagging out the 10 baggers, and but suddenly some of ours are starting to perk up and look quite good. I think Wangle is up 11.54% today, and they are releasing their app in October, so I think obviously the story could start warming up again. Some of the recent stories that we really like, LNU, again I think that story is going to start warming up. They're doing a big presentation in Amsterdam. And NUH, again, they start selling, going into production and selling in December, and they won a fantastic award, one of the best new products around. So again, it certainly looks like it's heating up. And Little Crusader up 10% today, so I think good little price action, because there was a bit of strong buying coming into Crusader today, and people seem to quite happy to bid up to it. I think it's a good sign. Again, the story about Crusader, we do feel it's very sort of undervalued, and we obviously feel that assets are worth obviously a lot more where they're trading, and they keep getting out of Jurina some of the most incredible gold hits that we've seen for a while. So want to certainly have if you don't own any shares in it, to have it on your watch list. Anyway, thank you for listening to Equity Story, and hopefully we're going to have a little bit more of a green day generally on the markets tomorrow, and I look forward to bringing you this report tomorrow as well. Thank you and good night.